Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully one of your favorite official content creators for the First Descendant. And we are starting tonight's show, so please do enjoy, alright, some of my hot latest tracks. Later I'll be doing some sampling, but not right now, so don't worry. This is just so I can create even more awesome music for you guys. But in the meantime, please enjoy one of my favorite songs while I get everything set up and ready to go, alright? Now we're just 3 super chats away from the loungewear, so if we get that, then I'll purchase that straight away. Hey Austin. Leaf, good to see you. Hey Foxy. Breaking all the rules, I thought I was free, but now I'm stuck lost in this city. 뒤늦은 후회, 숨막히는 regrets, 되돌릴 수 없는 지난 날의 debts. Running back home, I'm finding my way, but the road is broken every single day. I'm doing this for my family, for me I swear I'll fight this fight. I show them I care. 창문 봐, 세상은 여전히 빛나는데 내 안의 그림자는 점점 더 커져. 지우려 해도 번져가는 얼룩처럼 내 과거가 날 쫓아와. I can't run away. 가까이 오지 마, 내게 손 내밀지 마. 나 혼자 이 어둠을 걷고 싶었어. 더 높은 곳으로 가려 했던 건 사실 가장 낮은 곳이었어. Breaking all the rules, I thought I was free, but now I'm stuck. Hey Luz.
Yeah. Remember those nights, the slam doors are yelling. 난 달라 외치던 어린 나이의 궤변. 그때 몰랐지 그저 쉬운 길을 택한 것뿐. 지금 와서 보니 내 발밑은 벼랑 끝. 네가 틀렸다고 말했던 그 모든 것들 이제야 보여. 그 안에 숨겨진 진짜 사랑들. 내 손에 남은 건 상처뿐이지만 다시 시작해. For my mom, for my dad, for my family, I'm a man now. 가끔은 너무 늦은 건 아닐까. 모든 걸 포기하고 싶을 때도 그들의 눈빛이 날 붙.
Alright. That was Coming Home. Well, a sample of it anyway. Okay, I'll do some serious testing around 11. So first I'm just gonna go bum around for a little bit, just because I wanted to see something. But like I said, most of my hardcore testing will be at a later stage, so after a while we'll be testing a second fire rate core on the piercing light to see if there's any clear time differential. So we'll test that in a while. But for now, please enjoy Austin's selection of music. Alright. And I will rock until Wall Crasher. Okay. Okay, everything good. Lego. Greetings, everybody.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Breach creatures multiplying. There must be a colony. I'm just lying on my floor all alone, and I've been crying for hours straight. I just wish I could see you one more time, but the light in my room is shining way too bright. Maybe this was never meant to be, so I'll just pretend like you're in my arms tonight. Be careful. I'm so scared of losing everything, and now my best friend's special assault ship identified. So I just sit in my room
at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed.
I just wanna see you one more time, 'cause I've never seen someone with eyes that shine
Bogus
so
special
bright.
assault ship
Now
identified.
I'm crying in my room. I just don't know what to do, 'cause all
Look forward to it, Michael.
Assault ship spotted.
She's definitely good.
just stuck here in my room. I'm so scared of losing everything, and now my best friend.
I really can't wait to try her in Stormhanger. Just make sure you're not using the so-called infinite fever time exploit, and you're fine.
Requesting takedown of enemy.
I'm sure you wouldn't.
Get a real feel for it.
But yeah, the 20 seconds sounds plausible without the exploit. I take it you're using an electric sniper?
Be careful. I feel amazing.
Thinking about the pain I felt.
Sorry, toxic. Yes, you're right. Okay. I was gonna do the same thing, so I wanted to make sure. But I'll probably test that tomorrow.
It ain't too much that I can say. Baby, I just know that you don't feel the same.
Yep.
You told me keep it player, but
Toxic is correct. I can't believe I said electric. Lol.
Instant formation. Respond immediately.
Thinking about the you thought I was feeling you.
Okay, good to know. Good to know I was thinking the same thing. Because I have the perfect reactor for her. I'm just gonna slap on the I'm just gonna slap on the toxic atoms as soon as I can.
I had to get in my bag, yeah, I had to run it up, I'm on a different run. I ain't worried about nothing else, had to focus on myself, I'm not the one. You thought I was feeling you, na 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 na.
Descendant, primary tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Feeling you, na 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 na. You thought I was feeling you, na 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 na.
All right. Okay, now give me a second, because for hip hop, I do have something. I do have something. Should be around here. Just want to be sure I'm at the right location. Ah. Hip hop for you, Lewis? Okay, try this on for size.
Yo,
Descendant, a large cluster of
Red
breach
one.
creatures has been detected in the area.
and it was not been no
Breach
one but
creatures
this
multiplying. There
It's
must
not
be a
been those,
colony.
but rocking with the sea of corruption. There no interruption. I ain't see no seduction. I just see the puppet master of a world construction. Why you people
You might
beg for
really like
safety
this
and
one.
you beg for consumption? I don't know if you see it or not, but all this fear that you got is cause you're easily bought. Like man, the TV you watch don't show the evil at top. Just shows a demon in your neighborhood or even your block. And then the news shows a pedophile preacher getting arrested while ignoring the corruption of the people elected. They go and sweep it all under the rug, then we forget it. If they were truly for the people, then they would address it. So it seems like you're stuck. It's hard to know who you trust. If all your people is corrupt, then tell me who you can love. It seems like you in the mud. You either pick a side or get a slug. And even if you do, you getting drugged. I said we've been getting told a whole bunch of lies. We've been getting told a whole bunch of
Picking up
lies.
void mutant signals. Be careful.
But that's just what it is, man. Open your eyes. I say that's just what it is, man. Open your eyes. Yeah. I said we've been getting told media can be your savior, but your biggest oppressor. Your oppressor, but your biggest friend. I mean, depending how you look at it, it all depends. start a revolution or you make it in. Cause even if the people hate you, they'll do what you say. If they can see your face on TV every day, so many times they try to make a change and the leaders they slay. It's either that or pay the media and make it all fade. And I don't mean to be so negative, but truth needs expression. I hope my people get a message and get out of depression. And maybe one day we can see a change and see some progression. And even though the future looks dark, it's only perception. You either sink or you swim. You either let it break or you bend. You either let it start or it end. I see a whole lot of gray when the world seems so black and white, but it only gets dark if you let it in. Say we've been getting told a whole bunch of lies. We've been getting told a whole
Requesting
bunch of
takedown of
lies.
enemy assault ship.
That's just what it is, man. Open your eyes. I say that's just what it is, man. Open your eyes. I said we've been
Taking
getting
off
told
avoid
a
mutant signals. Be careful.
Now that's a little song called Media Manipulation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Alright, since you said hippity hop, I was like, you know what? I guess we need a little bit of old school vibes right there, you know? Anyway, I really like that one, so have a little encore.
Yeah. Red wine.
Oh, I know.
And it was not been known about this one.
I know my old school raps get a lot of fire.
Bear no interruption. I ain't see no seduction. I just see the puppet master of a world construction.
I mean, you know I love those technical raps.
I don't know if you see it or not, but all this fear that you got is cause you're easily bought. Like man at TV you watch, don't show the evil at top. Just shows a demon in your neighborhood or even your block. And then the news shows a pedophile preacher getting arrested while ignoring the corruption of the people elected. They go and sweep it all under the rug, then we forget it. If they were truly for the people, then they would address it. So it seems like you're stuck. It's hard to know who you trust. If all your people is corrupt, then tell me who you can love. It seems like you in the mud. You either pick a side or get a slug. And even if you do, you getting drugged.
Please
I said
take it
you've
out.
been getting told a whole bunch of lies. We've been getting told a whole bunch of lies. But that's just what it is, man. Open your eyes.
No!
I say that's just what it is, man. Open your eyes. Yeah. I said we've been getting told media can be your savior, but your biggest oppressor. Your oppressor, but your biggest friend. I mean, depending how you look at it, it all depends. But that's how you can start a revolution or you make it in. Cause even if the people hate you, they'll do what you say. If they can see your face on TV every day, so many times they try to make a change and the leaders they slay. It's either that or pay the media and make it all fade. And I don't mean to be so negative, but truth needs expression. I hope my people get a message and get out of depression. And maybe one day we can see a change and see some progression. And even though the future looks dark, it's only perception. You either sink or you swim. You either let it break or you bend. You either let it start or it end. I see a whole lot of gray when the world seems so black and white, but it only gets dark if you let it in. Say we've been getting told a whole bunch of lies. We've been getting told a whole bunch of lies. But that's just what it is, man. Open your eyes. I say that's just what it is, man. Open your eyes. I said we've been getting told a
Are you ready? Get a real feel for it! I guess I killed you. Sorry.
Oh, no, no, no. You want to dance, Foxy? Baron's gonna hate this one, but if you want to dance, Foxy, if you want to dance... I got something new. Just give it a second. Let it load. Now you can dance in your office.
Yeah, we're back.
Let's go.
네가 알던 그런 애는 아니야. 시작부터 따라 my own style. 정해진 길은 boring. I can't stay. 너만의 리듬에 맞춰 play the game.
What's the matter with you? 왜 그래? 난 그냥 날 뿐. 눈치 보지 마. I'm doing me. 이 밤을 즐겨 freaky yeah.
Oh, I'm a little bit weird. I'm a little bit strange, but that's my superpower. Can't you see the change?
Sorry, not sorry. That's just the way I am.
Rule breaker, heart shaker, yeah, I don't give a damn. 춤춰 더 크게 louder than the bass. 이 순간을 느껴, no one can replace me, me, me. I'm a vibe, oh my god. Me, 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 I'm a freaky god.
Focus, assumption, identify.
다들 똑같은 fashion, 똑같은 talk. 난 그저 내 마음대로 걷는 walk. 비뚤어진 선 위에서 춤춰. 이게 내 세상, baby you should know. What's the matter with you? 왜 그래? 난 그냥 날 뿐. 눈치 보지 마. I'm doing me. 이 밤을 즐겨 freaky yeah.
Focus, special
Oh, I'm a little bit
assumption,
weird.
identify.
I'm a little bit strange, but that's my superpower. Can't you see the change? Sorry, not sorry. That's just the way I am. Rule breaker, heart shaker, yeah, I don't give a damn. 춤춰 더 크게 louder than the bass. 이 순간을 느껴, no one can replace me, me, me. I'm a vibe, oh my god. Me, 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 I'm a freaky god.
Yeah, you call it weird, I call it real. 매일 밤 숨겨왔던 my biggest fear. 모두가 원하는 그 틀에 나가두고 싶었지. 웃으며 가면서지만 속은 지켜준 peace. 자유롭다 외치지만 사실은 고독. 이 화려한 무대 뒤 숨어버린 소독. I don't fit in, yeah I know that's true. 하지만 내 자신을 속일 순 없어, not for you.
어둠 속에서 찾은 나의 빛. 이젠 절대 숨기지 않아. 내가 제일 나다울 때 가장 밝게 빛나는 법을 알았어. I'm a little bit weird. I'm a little bit strange, but that's my superpower. Can't you see the change? Sorry, not sorry. That's just the way I am. Rule breaker, heart shaker, yeah, don't give a damn. 춤춰 더 크게 louder than the bass. 이 순간을 느껴, no one can replace me, me, me. I'm a vibe, oh my god. Me, 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 I'm a freaky god. I'm a freaky god. Yeah. Oh my god. Weird is the new cool. No rules, no rules. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Focus, special assault.
Thank you. You know, luckily Baron isn't here. You'd have to suffer. But I knew you guys would like that one. This was one of the ones I was messing around with earlier.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay, now Baron can suffer.
Let's go. 네가 알던 그런 애는 아니야. 시작부터
This is a second version of the same song anyway.
Primary target looks like it's confirming operation.
Well,
Take it out.
too bad. Guess you have to suffer. No, Baron's a very much metal man. He likes his screams and growls. He needs his wall punchy music, essentially.
다들 똑같은 fashion, 똑같은 talk. 난 그저 내 마음대로 걷는 walk. 비뚤어진 선 위에서 춤춰. 이게 내 세상, baby you should know.
What's the matter with you?
Well, 3 minutes to Wall Crasher, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed that one. That one will help you dance in your office. Screaming metal K-popper is not happening. That is what he does. Die Barons de Von Crash. Look at this person staring at me. Okay, if anyone's got questions, I can answer until Wall Crash shows up. Perfect time for me to do a little bit of raid, score some points. But welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. Now, you're gonna have to forgive me because later, after some of my testing is done, I'll be doing some sampling. I'm gonna do it live on stream because saves me some time. Greetings, Arcane. How you doing, pal? No, it's not, Shane. Veteran's Tactics does not work with her. It does not work in general anyway. So you shouldn't be using Veteran's Tactics. It's not in my build, as you can see. Quantum Crystals? No. Well, technically you can go Axion Planes and just dismantle reactors, but Sigma Sector remains the ideal location. Oops, almost forgot to
I
change.
picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies near.
Aha, changed in time. Let's go. Nah. I tested it just once to make sure that my conclusion was correct. And my conclusion is that it's still as horrendous as before. You're welcome, Eric.
Drop the beat. Open fire. Get a real feel for it. Ouch! That hurts. Any last words? I feel amazing!
Ooh, dear.
Save
Darn.
me!
Hey, Joe.
Let's go.
I see the sabotage, man. They don't want my Luna rocking. So they just leave the pillars there. Nerds! There. And my damage is 1.8 billion. I can accept that. Had to practically do all the work, but I can accept that. That was fun. I hate it when I get unlucky runs with the pillars. Alright, now I can do my testing. So time to get that settled. Okay. Nah, I could have gotten beyond 2 billion. I was actually quite confident that in that time I could have gotten 2 billion if I didn't die. Because I had to build up again, so I was like, oh my god. That gave the chance for other people to outrun my damage. Because RNG is a factor as well. Depending on how fast you build up your gauge. But yeah, that's the only downside. Okay. First things first. I need to... Okay, the test is going to be conducted in Battlefield Refinery. My arcade tuning tree? Yeah, sure. Okay. Good. And yeah, I don't use range because obviously not necessary, so I already have the Colossus buff. But that's it, essentially. Nah, I won't do that because they should be able to check this in general. Like, if they haven't seen my reactor video and they don't check this, then with all due respect, there's nothing I can do for them. Oh, you're talking about the normal drop mission. That one, yeah, no, sorry. I thought it was the weekly. I guess I should put it in, yeah. I could, but the video is already out anyway, so. I can put it in later videos if necessary. It is the ideal anyway, because there shouldn't be any deviation from that. There's no way to squeeze more damage out, at least to the best of my knowledge. The only thing I could think of is increasing the weak point damage by a tiny amount, but that may not be so wise. Okay, now. Well, y'all got it for me. Thanks to all of your lovely supers. Now, give me a second. I want to set something up for Raid Shadow Legends before I go and do my testing. Just making sure I beat this random ass team. Okay.
Sometimes my other commitments like to poke at me. And Raid Shadow Legends is one of them. I think I have to restart my phone, damn it. Okay, restarting. That is a nonsensical question to ask because it's essentially a leading question. Most games will always have drip-fed content. There's no such thing as all content at once, and even then, you would immediately be bored within 1 week. So, all live service games function on drip-fed content. Unless they do like a full-on expansion, but even then, they'll either make you pay for the expansion, and it's rare that they give it for free. So, yeah, leading question, I'm not really going to answer that because everyone knows what they'd prefer, and everyone would prefer the same thing. But content is always going to be drip-fed here, just so you know. Okay, beginning first test. I just want to establish a baseline time. Solo run with this. Oh yeah, we got to change the reactor over. We're going to use the same reactor we were using before.
New subscriber detected.
Switch over to farming section. Let's go. How dare she not be able to leap over that? Okay.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. There's a tactical objective that requires protection in the current operation zone. Please respond.
Feels amazing!
Vulgus Special Assault Ship identified.
Get a real feel for it!
Vulgus Special Assault Ship spotted.
Are you ready?
Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation.
Get a real feel for it!
Protection target nearby. Confirm the location. Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
Get a real feel for it!
Descendant, there's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm.
Get a real feel for it!
Oops.
Vulgus Special Assault Ship spotted. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
Up! Up!
formation signal in the skies nearby. Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Okay. Yeah, I got my husky. Well, it's cooking. It's almost finished. Okay, roughly it's about 4 minutes 6 seconds.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been
I'm just gonna
detected in the
confirm
area.
this run. Then we're gonna start wasting some cores.
Let the show begin!
Descendant, there's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm.
Ines is still better at getting rid of the trash mobs, yes. But I only want Ines as my partner for nefarious activities that cannot be talked about on stream. I do not want her as my partner for anything else. And to be fair, I hated Luna's looks when she was a normal Descendant, but now that she's an ultimate Descendant, her looks are a lot more up my alley.
I feel amazing!
Bogus special assault ship spotted.
I never thought I'd say this, but Luna is currently my favorite. Just because of how seriously fun the build is.
Descendant, there is a tactical objective. which
Yes,
needs
I
to be
did
destroyed.
indeed.
Requesting
You are
confirmation.
correct, my friend. I did indeed get the husky. Tis done.
Protection target nearby. Confirm the location.
Get a real feel for it!
Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault
I'll tell you,
ship.
if Potent Collector
Please
worked
engage.
during fever time, it would be so
Picking up
insane.
void mutant signals.
It would literally be the best
careful.
choice. But I think they knew that it would be too overpowered. That's why I didn't let it work during fever time. But yeah, her problem with clearing the trash mobs is just that she only targets 3 at a time. Which means she suffers from exactly the same as Bunny's initial issue. The video has been released today, but if you want a how to play video, I will be delivering it separately tomorrow.
Please
I
respond.
will go in depth on how to properly play Luna, but if anyone's confused, you need to pay attention to what I'm doing on stream. As long as you pay attention to what I'm doing on stream, you'll be fine. Right now I'm doing some testing, but later I can give a brief overview.
Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
Because right now I'm doing a timing test, sorry. This is very important for other stuff that we'll need. That's why I haven't even turned on my music. The timing tests have to be legit. Haley cannot be, you cannot make her meta. She is garbage until, and this is despite being my favorite Descendant, she is garbage until the devs decide that she's worth something. That's how it is, man. So there's nothing you can do to bring her up to snuff. She's literally hot garbage.
Primary
The
tactical
devs have
objective
said that they're gonna
confirmed.
rework stuff,
Requesting search
so
and destroy.
I hope that they do. Because that is the only way Haley will ever be playable at all. In her current state, she is not good. Her ult better bring her up to Luna standard, alright? She better be so good that she wipes out Serena from the board. Okay, I want to play nothing but Haley in the next update. Well, for bossing anyway. She will still never be a mobber, and I'm okay with that. Unless they do some weird shit to her. But, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna change something around. And we're gonna see whether or not there's any benefits. I like benefits. Benefits are good. Oh, my ideas? I don't share those. Because it's pretty much pointless. The devs are still gonna do what they're gonna do. Not that I don't trust them, but I'd rather just let them cook. Because there's no point in theory crafting something that won't happen. I don't know if you know me.
It's new research.
But if you know me,
I'm listening.
I'm a very straightforward kind of guy. I don't waste brain power. Consider it a side effect of me, well, being the way I am, unfortunately. So I'll just let them cook and they come up with anything. Because I've given plenty of suggestions before, but none of them have ever been implemented. Not because they were bad, but I just don't think that they were suitable, because my idea of a good idea is like, you know, how do I say this? Extremely freaking overpowered, because I really don't give a shit about game balance. So I'll let them cook. I think that they did a freaking fantastic job on Luna, so I'm trusting them to cook for Haley. They need to make my favorite strong again. That's all. That's all that needs to happen. They need to make my favorite top tier. They do that, I will forgive them for all of their sins. Okay, like Jesus, but better. But if they don't cook with her, all right, and they undercook her, and they uncook her, you know, I'm gonna be very angry. Gustav, have you watched my video on Mastery? If you haven't watched my video on Mastery, you should watch my video on Mastery. It will tell you everything you need to know. All right, there's no best way to farm Mastery. There's only one way to farm Mastery, and it's all explained to you in my video. Everything you need in this game is in a video. Here you go. Here's the link to the video. Enjoy. Watch, memorize, and there we go. Well, Purple Pulp, did you hear what I said in my video? Because if you didn't hear what I said in my Luna build video, then, well, you missed out. But basically, I'm testing something. Why else would I be rolling stuff? I have all these resources that I farmed up as a creator because my job is to test shit. I always test to find out if anything has a particular impact or if it doesn't. 'Tis my job, unfortunately. At least you were busy watching, and I can accept that. People must always be busy watching. If they are not busy watching, then they shall be slapped into oblivion. They will also potentially be clapped into oblivion. Not sure what you mean by that, Purple Pulp, because I haven't done this test yet. And if you're trying to say that you watch somebody else's testing, I don't trust any of that bullshit. I mean, it's up to you, really. But there's only one testing that I will accept. That is my own. Because there's no reason why anybody else's testing will be better than mine. Only a true god may test things. Mortals are worthless. What they do is plagued by personal unfairness. If I can't get it in another 10 rolls, I will adjust. There we are. Well, Purple Pulp, if you wish to address me in this manner, then, you know, I will. I will happily waste my cores for the people because this is what I do. I do it in front of a live audience instead of hiding behind screens and things like that. But if you want to call me, you know... Look, I'm not your buddy. Okay? Only my buddies get to call me buddy. Now then, back to actual testing. And Toothia's Wolf, I'm literally always like this. And if, like I said, if you want to watch other people do the testing, then goodbye. Oh, no worries, no worries. I'll just ban you from my chat right there, okay? If you want to follow losers, if you want to follow other people, go ahead. Off you go. The only thing that matters is what I do. You see, this is what happens when the fans of the other creators, you know, they come into my thing and say, people test. What makes you think that their testing is better than mine? And my audience hasn't seen me test, so how will they know? Never believe anything. Never believe anything unless you see it for yourself. But these people will always come here because, all right, they're desperate. They know that right now their other creators aren't doing well at all. They know that if the other creators don't get the viewership, they don't get the robot to say that, oh, you know, their work is valid and whatnot, they're not gonna get you know, any sort of attention and things like that. But I don't care. I don't view content creation as a competition. It's not. I just do my own thing. But have you noticed how everybody else likes to disturb me when I'm doing stuff? But anyway, let's see with our own 2 eyeballs, because I want to show you guys the testing that we do. That is my job. Whether good, bad, you know, not good, whatever, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm here to show you whether it works, whether it doesn't work. We'll see the results with our own 2 eyeballs. Okay, that segment actually seemed faster.
New super chat
There's a
received.
tactical objective which needs to be destroyed.
Thank you for the super. I'll take a look in just 1 second.
Get a real feel for it.
Just bear with me because I need to do this as a proper run. So I'm fully concentrating on it.
Descendant, a tactical objective needs your protection. Please respond.
Now keep in mind that RNG is also a factor, so we'll be running multiple times in order to verify the results if there's any drastic change.
Descendant, a powerful attack will take
All right,
down
and a
this
drastic
object.
change
Please
requires
engage.
at least a differential of 20 seconds or more. If we do not get at least a 20-second differential, then we are not doing the correct thing. Your MP consumption is also going to go up, so please take note of that. You will have to remanage your MP a little bit better. Well, your name is Valby Rules, man. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to change that if you think Luna's that much better. But yes, she's very good.
Get a real feel for it.
Sorry, Chosen One, I missed your statement. I'll check
Target
after the
nearby.
mission
I'll guide you
ends,
to the location.
because I don't want to consume any of the time that should be used for this.
Bogus special assault ship spotted. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
I mean, usually whatever Austin says should be correct, but I'll just double check that query in a second.
Get a real feel for it. I feel amazing. Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Okay, let's see if there's any differentials. It's not 20 seconds. It's not 20 seconds, so that's unfortunate, but okay, we're gonna do it again. Let me just quickly address the super. Thank you so much, Lawbreaker. I really appreciate that. Definitely doing well. And let me know if there's any specific music you want. Am I excited for swords? Yes, I am. I think that they'll be pretty cool. Glad you think that Valby's still the GOAT. Let me just check Chosen One's question. What or statement? What did he say? MP accelerant. Let me just double check that for you. MP accelerant. Like, Austin's statement is correct, but yeah, the skill duration is only 20.5%, and losing the 20% of the skill modifier is not a big deal for her. So you'd rather have the extra 20% duration. Why is that the case? That's an extra 1.6 seconds, which drastically lengthens the time of your, you know, fever time, which I think is genuinely much more useful. That's my personal thoughts on the matter. Okay, but yeah, that is my thinking. Well, my method of thinking.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth it. No, I think were you thinking of a different card? Well,
there's a tactical objective that requires protection.
I mean, that does make sense anyway, because sometimes people get cards mixed up. If I don't have it right in front of me, I do get them mixed up as well, so tis okay. I'm definitely getting way more value of my fever time. But I think with the fire rate, right, if my assumptions are not incorrect, this is where MP Collector will benefit a lot more, because I would be able to just spam the whole way through, which to me makes a lot of sense. I think I'd see more value if I use MP Collector, which I'm going to do in a little while.
Requesting confirmation.
Because right now I'm doing the MP saving method, which is, well, based on whether I hit the notes. But if I use the non-MP saving method and try to live off the MP Collector, it might actually work better.
Target nearby. Confirm the location. I feel amazing.
Because taking down the ships accelerates me the most.
Attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage.
Powerful attack. By the time you told me please engage, they're already down, bro.
There's a tactical objective that requires
All good, Austin. I got you. Like I said, I'm 95% confident in what you say anyway. Because you know my methods, you know in general what I think, so should be fine.
Bogus special assault ship spotted.
All longtime members of the Robot Nation all know what I'm thinking. Hope you're doing good though, Lawbreaker.
Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Get a real feel for it.
Okay. Robot's mom is doing fine. I get about a differential about 10 seconds. So it's not enough to be significant. It is better, but not significant. That's the difference. It has to be 20 seconds or more to be what we call significant. If it's significant, that means it's a totally better choice. If not, then we can go back to the old choice. Now, the next thing we'll test is with MP Collector, because this might actually suit MP Collector better than Decimator. Now, we're going to lose the value of the extra, skill power modifier, but we can more freely spam. So we're going to test that. And again.
Descendant, a large cluster
And
of
this,
breach
ladies and
creatures
gents,
has
is
been
how
detected
we
in the
do
area.
proper scientific testing. By the way, don't forget to like and share the stream. Why is proper scientific testing so important? Because how do you know?
Descendant, there's a tactical objective
And
that
it is the
requires
duty of
protection.
anybody
Please confirm.
that has resources to do the testing. Call it noblesse obligée if you
Both
want,
special
but
assault ship identified.
essentially that's what we're here to do. I have all the extra cores that I'll ever need, so... I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty liberating being able to just spam. Yep.
Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation.
I feel amazing.
Descendant, a tactical objective needs your protection. Please respond.
Get a real feel for it.
Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
I feel amazing. Are you ready?
Descendant, there's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm.
You do want to talk to the blonde bobbleheads? LOL.
Bogus special assault ship spotted. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
Get a real feel for it.
Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Get a real feel for it.
New super chat received.
I have a feeling it's gonna be significant. Significant, yes! 354. So, ladies and gents, if you pair fire rate with MP Collector instead of Decimator, although you're losing out a little bit on damage, your individual damage, the key for farming is that you will actually gain in terms of your clear time, simply because the higher fire rate benefits you hitting your notes more, and you don't have to sweat as much. They do indeed, Funzy, and I hope you've learned not to mention that racist game, yeah? I would hope you're not one of those people.
A large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
And thank you, Toothiest Wolf. I appreciate the support, my friend. Now, y'all give me a second. Now we need to test it again.
Protection target nearby. I'll guide you to the location.
One test is good, but we always need more than one to be sure.
Vulgus special assault ship identified.
What we lose in damage, we can make up with in like literal raw brute forcing.
Descendant, there is a tactical objective which
That's
needs to be
okay.
destroyed. Requesting confirmation.
As long as you're not truly a part of their racist community, you'll always be welcome here. Like I said, a lot of people, some people didn't know what that game stood for, but it's okay. At least now that you know, and if you're willing to apologize, that's totally cool. It means you're not one of them, and that's fine. They've harassed me every day of my life, and I'm
Protection target nearby.
not looking forward to ever reliving that. And that's why I don't want my current sponsors associated with them either, you know? So that's why I pretend that game never existed.
Get a real feel for it. Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please
So thank you
engage.
for saying that.
Picking up void mutants.
Enjoy the show, good sir.
I feel amazing.
It's already been shut down. Alright. It's a game called Dauntless, but it was already shut down. I just don't talk about it because I still get harassed and trolled. My family was literally threatened with death just for making content on the game. They had literally the most racist community on the planet, and all of them hated me. So yeah, the game was shut down this year. So that's why nobody ever brings it up anymore, because it's dead. It's literally dead. You cannot play it anymore. It was originally sponsored by Epic Games to try and take on Monster Hunter, but it was grossly mismanaged by the world's most racist devs, so that's what happened to it. Ah, the real rave show is later. But I'm loving this test. And this is why we test. You see, they said other people tested and it doesn't work. Are you sure? Because I'm saying it's working right now. This is why thorough testing is very important. And it's thanks to this community that we do thorough testing, because people have many ideas. You know, now some ideas don't work, but some do. Alright, I had been wanting to test MP Collector since Austin was already using it. Oops. And aside from errors, I say it works swimmingly. This is why testing is important, ladies and gents. Testing is very important. Occasionally there can be some errors, but like getting knocked down or whatever, but you just go move through. So if you get knocked down, you do lose a lot of time, but that was unfortunate. We will carry on. And now we will recheck in a second.
Protection target nearby. I'll guide you to the location. I feel amazing! Vulgus special assault ship identified.
Now let's see if we can replicate the significance.
Vulgus special assault ship spotted. Get a real feel for it. Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed.
Indeed, that is the
Requesting
truth.
confirmation. Get a real feel for it.
Anyway, the real K-pop rave show will happen later.
Protection target nearby. Confirm the location.
First, prioritize ships, then the rest.
Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage. Descendant, I picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby.
I still occasionally have to use a slower method, but that's okay.
Protection target nearby. I'll guide you to the location. Hold this special assault ship spotted. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Get a real feel for it. I feel amazing.
The damage loss does suck a little bit, but honestly, it's not as bad as I
Primary
thought.
tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
It's definitely the extra fire rate, but this actually gives the so-called best clear time. If you aren't using the fire rate, now the difference is going to be about 20 seconds per run. Yes, I'm aware that Sylvester Stallone wrote that. Okay, gonna do it one more time.
Descendant.
And MP Collector essentially means you can hold down the trigger, but not always. It depends on luck and chance still, because it's a percentage chance. Just that MP Collector and fire rate works well. It is a significant improvement of 20 seconds on clear time,
current
and that is
operations zone.
always what we
Please
determine
respond.
as significant. But what I will also say is that it depends on whether or not you are that bothered by clear time. If you aren't that bothered by clear time, you can stick with the firearm attack and you probably won't lose out too much. Because what you're essentially losing is elemental damage in exchange for being able to spam more. It also does not benefit your bossing build, but bossing build is a separate issue.
Assault ship spotted.
I do want to see if there's any difference for debossing, because the bossing side of things is going to matter, but for farming you can get a significant difference
Descendant.
here
There's a tactical objective which needs to be
by
destroyed.
making
Requesting
use of
confirmation.
MP Collector in place of Decimator and using Fire Rate. Because you see, it's not a guaranteed chance. So since it's not a guaranteed chance of getting anything, right? When even if you just spam, even if it's hitting the notes, it won't actually give you the what you call it? It won't actually give you the fever, the custom resource. So you see, I can hit my notes, or I can just spam, but it won't always give me notes. So it's a bit better,
Descendant. A
but
powerful
there's still
attack
some
to take
RNG
down
factor
the
in there.
assault ship. Please engage.
But you do get about a 20-second faster clear time on average.
All sets in the vicinity. Please respond to ground reception.
Also, whoa, is that server lag? I was wondering why my beam stopped firing. Yo, did the server crash or something? Well, this run is foobar. I'll have to redo it. The hell is this? My internet's not dead, so it's just TFD. Stream's not dead either. I'm pretty sure TFD just crashed. Yep. I fired so hard that I disconnected from the server. It's beautiful. Ziggy, have you missed every single time that I've been at Wall Crasher? Sir, are you seriously asking me that question? Sir. Good sir. Because if you're seriously asking me that question, I'll have to beat you, sir. Now, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna very quickly update this thing. There we go. You have not been lurking. That is extremely shameful, sir. How dare you? You heathen. And that's why you have to play VP constantly. But anyway, at least we now know the answer. For farming, it does matter. It will give you slightly better bang for your buck, but we need to test for bossing. So after we roll again, we will hit the wall crasher and we'll test. But yes, I can't believe Ziggy doesn't know. Yes, indeed.
Descendant. A large cluster of
How
breach
dare
creatures
you
has
not
been
be
detected in
lurking?
the area.
What is this treason?
There's a tactical objective that requires protection in the current operation zone. Please respond. I feel amazing! Bogus special assault ship identified. Get a real feel for it! Bogus special assault ship spotted. objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation. I feel amazing! Protection target nearby. Confirm the location. Get a real feel for it! Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
Greetings to everybody.
There's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm.
Always good to see the Warlock man here.
Oldest special assault ship spotted. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Get a real feel for it! I feel amazing! Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy. Get a real feel for it!
It's definitely faster. It's definitely faster. So fire rate, faster. The biggest time saving is, of course, the fact that you can, if you use MP Collector in this particular combination, you're able to deal more damage faster. But now let's test for bossing. We need to know. The ATOMs is used for, well, not just stat stick, but also a difference in builds. Because the piercing light is built for chill, the ATOMs can be built for toxic, electricity, fire if you want. It can be built for any element, essentially, but then you have to have 3 ATOMs. I have 2, one for electric, one for toxic. So what you do is you match the ATOMs, and you match its rolls, right? So for this one, I have to re-roll it so that it has firearm, weak point, colossus, and toxic attack. But essentially, when you do that, you can create a very powerful stat stick that will buff Luna's damage on her hits to unbelievable extents. So that's what these are for. That's what they are essentially for. I would use the exterminator for fire, but yes, you must, well, make sure you have the correct mounting. All right, so right now I'm about to switch to the sniper rifle. Well, this is the boss mounting. This one should have sniper rifle launcher if you want to make use of it. All right, swapping over to bossing build. The rest is all fine. Okay, we're ready and we're good to go. And we're on the piercing light. All right, let's test. Now it's time to find out the answer. Now, granted, I'm still going to sacrifice this fire rate core and go back to firearm attack because I need to prove whether or not it's the fire rate, or if I swap over to, well, if I swap back over to fire rate, is it the MP collector that's causing the differential? Granted, I should have tested it earlier, but I didn't think about it until now. But that's okay, I've got cores to waste. So I will re-roll firearm attack after this, and we'll see if there's any truly significant difference. If there is, good. If there isn't, well, that's okay as well. For the sake of science, we sacrifice. The unique for ATOMs does not help at all. The unique abilities of these weapons do not apply. So, for example, the unique ability here, which is Electronic Arcane Infusion, does not apply. It only applies when you're firing the weapon. Alright, here we go. Let's go do this for real.
It's time to dance. I feel amazing.
Oh, damn. Okay, one death. That's okay. Okay, let's see how much damage I dealt. Unfortunately, I did die, but... Yep, 943 million in 1 minute. Not bad. Could have been higher if I didn't absolutely get shredded, but we did have 2 ultimate Lunas as well. 943 million in about 1 minute, but unfortunately I died there because I took an unlucky hit from like 4 meteors at once. If you don't actually get hit by multiple meteors and you survive the whole duration, you can do so much more because she's just constantly firing. So RNG is a factor, but that one was pretty good. That being said, one second. The mods on the weapon definitely matter. Hold on, I'm just quickly answering this.
Let's go. Feel the vibe.
Yep. I did indeed. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to re-roll. We're going to re-roll the piercing light back to firearm attack. And we will see now whether or not it is just solely MP Collector that's making a difference, or if it is anything else that's making a difference.
Please proceed to the Colossus guided capture zone.
Now what do you want? Go on, I'm waiting.
MP Collector has always been working, Ziggy. What are you talking about? No, that was a long time ago, dude. Brother, that was resolved years ago. Hey, I got my old roll back straight away. Straight away. Perfect roll. There we go. Okay, let's go see whether or not it is actually going to be affected. That should be the translation, Francisco. If you don't mind, are there no Spanish creators? I'm just asking because normally if you don't speak English, people don't usually watch me. If English is not your first language, it might be tough to understand me because I use a lot of technical jargon and
A large
knowledge.
cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Descendant, there's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm. Up! Vulgus Special Assault Ship identified. Get a real feel for it! Vulgus Special Assault Ship spotted.
But anyway, if you guys were wondering what I was replying to, some people are convinced that the weapon cores
There's a
don't
tactical objective that needs
affect
to be
this
destroyed.
gun at all,
Requesting
but
confirmation.
don't affect her final damage. But I'm pretty sure the weapon cores do affect final damage. At least for, I know that, like Austin was saying, his MP didn't drain like mine because he did not have the fire rate core on it, right? The extra fire rate core.
Protection target
So
nearby.
due to that, his
Confirm
MP
the
did not
location.
drain when he was firing this thing. So, well, did not drain as much as me.
Real feel for it.
But the fire rate will, just so you know, right? The
Descendant,
fever
a
mode
powerful attack
fire
will
rate
take
is
down
capped.
the assault ship. Please engage.
But outside of fever mode, that's where you will see changes, or rather benefits
I feel amazing.
from fire rate. No problem at all, man. No problem at all.
Get a real feel for it. Protection target nearby. I'll guide you to the location.
I have to save a bit here, but
Get a real feel for it.
okay, back at it.
Oldest special assault ship spotted. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
Okay, this is the first time I've actually ever run out of MP. I'll count that as just an unlucky instance for the run. Yeah, fair enough. It affects the final damage, yes.
Primary tactical objective confirmed.
Because the calculation is firearm damage. It's firearm damage multiplied by 30%. That will be given as additional damage.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
Anyway, no problem, Francisco. Happy to help. Glad to know that I'm better than the Spanish creators. So much so that people in other languages are still watching me.
I'll guide you to the location.
But yeah, my main issue is only for the spammage itself. Somehow I was doing better with more fire rate. Now, your fire rate is not affected when in fever mode. Fever mode always has a consistent fire rate, no matter what. But the fire rate core will affect your firing speed outside of fever mode. So do take note of that.
Oldest special assault ship spotted. Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation.
No, the element also matters because it seems to do a damage calculation by taking into account the enemy's resistances as well. How do we know? We tested it live on stream. Unfortunately, Kendrick, this is why you need to show up to all the streams unless you just discovered me today, because we already did all the testing and proofs in several of the previous streams. You might want to check those out. But essentially,
Please respond.
what happens is that it appears to calculate the enemy's resistances beforehand and then gives you the final result as damage that is added to yours. You can go into the lab and test this. If you have toxic enhancement, sorry, if you've got electric enhancement, you'll do better against the Order of Truth than if you were to use chill. Alright? So what we did was we did a test between a toxic atoms and an electric atoms to see the difference. I see. So that's why. Yeah, you discovered me very late, my friend. if you want to see all the testing, we do everything live on stream before we finalize, just so you know. That's why we don't go through it again. Because if you miss it, unfortunately, you miss it. But you can watch previous streams, because as a YouTube streamer, my VODs stay up forever. So you got a lot to catch up on.
There's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm.
Tips for someone who just started the game, watch all my videos. Study my videos like you're doing homework at school and you'll be fine. Don't, and you'll have a bad time.
Vulgus special assault ship spotted. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Get a real feel.
Those are the playlists of my videos. Enjoy. There's genuinely a lot to learn. The other thing is that you will probably want to get Ultimate Bunny. She is your best starter. Alright, once you get Ultimate Bunny, you can at least farm everything that is in the game. Well, you will at least be able to farm the basics before you get to Axian Plains. You use Ultimate Bunny to farm all the other descendants like Ines, whatever, then you start doing Axian Plains, then you farm like Luna, Ultimate Luna, Nell, all the other good stuff. Of course it's overwhelming, there's a lot in this game. That's why you have to study. And unfortunately, that's why a lot of people get super overwhelmed when they start this game. But just try to keep your first goal in mind. Your first goal is go get my Ultimate Bunny build and finish it. If you can finish that build, you'll be all good. I promise you that. But there's two whole playlists full of stuff, so yeah. Okay, now I need to finish more testing before I carry on. But I also need to check on Raid Shadow Legends. So give me a second before we continue more testing. Please do not mention that game here, Kendrick. There's a reason why, unfortunately, whenever we mention that game, I get trolled horrendously. So I do apologize, but any mention of that game usually results in the message getting removed. So please be aware of that. We don't mention that here, okay? Because that community, unfortunately, the people who love that community are extremely toxic. Not saying you guys, but it's like the hardcore ones, and they literally troll the channel every time you mention. So we ban all mention of that game here. Anyway, this game is definitely similar, but there's a lot of nuances that you have to learn because like little things change how the game ends up being played. So like right now, that's why we're doing all this testing. That's why I'm willing to spend all these cores to get perfect results. Earlier, with the fire rate increase, we were clearing in like 3 minutes 55 seconds. But right now, we did about 4 minutes 30, and this is with full firearm attack. So if I continue on with full firearm attack, and we're continuously running slower than we did before, then we know that MP Collector is not the reason why... is not the reason for whether or not this build was doing well. All right, and we will adjust from there. Now, I got to multitask, unfortunately. All right, let's go. All right, retesting again. Let's find an answer. Let's find a real answer.
A large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Descendant, there's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm. Get a real feel for it! Vulgus special assault ship identified. Vulgus special assault ship spotted.
I can't tell if I'm just unlucky, but without the fire rate, even using MP... Oh wait, is it because I didn't switch over? Ah, I'm still on the bossing loadout. That makes so much sense. Sorry about that, fam. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was completely wrong. My bad. Let me swap over. Oh, I'm still on my little dancing disc. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. I knew something was incorrect. I can just leave the bossing reactor because it's fine. Okay, my apologies for that. We're going to restart. Do overtime. There we go. Everything has been restarted again.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Descendant, there's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm. I feel amazing! Vulgus Special Assault Ship identified. Vulgus Special Assault Ship spotted. Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed.
Yep, first thing you should do is work your way through the game. Alright, there is a boost path for new players right now. Okay, work your way through the game and go and get Ultimate Bunny. She can be farmed in normal mode. You don't have to farm her in hard mode. Okay, use the library. It tells you how to farm. Okay. I also have an older video on how to farm anything in the game. But if you use the library, it tells you where to find everything. I'll show you the library after I'm done with this run. But you also want to tune into streams constantly, learn more information. That's the best thing to do. If you're always at the stream, you will always learn.
Get a real feel for it.
My stream timings are all in the video description. I don't always stream TFD though. So if you are only just discovering me, you want to memorize my stream times. Make sure you have notifications turned on. Alright, and support all my streams. Because although I don't only stream TFD, I do stream a lot of other games. And if you want to be a valued member of the community, then it's important to support me no matter which game I'm playing. That being said, if you don't have the time, at least tune into the TFD stream so you learn a lot. Alright, but have your notifications on. Make sure to know my stream timings. Everything, all the information you need is in my stream description. If you check the description, all my social media, my shops, everything you need to know about me is in there. So always read it. Any professional streamer will always have all the important info in their stream description. It's quite crucial. Because ultimately we want to advertise to you guys.
Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Oh man. Ugh. I got knocked down straight away. That is irritating, but also understandable.
Get a real feel for it.
.408. The fire rate definitely appears to be better. I'm gonna try a couple more runs, but the fire rate definitely seems to benefit me. It doesn't affect your fever firing rate, but I don't know. I felt like I was taking down stuff a lot faster. But it's a bit hard to say for sure. I feel slower without it. That's for certain. I feel very much slower without it. Anyway, if you ever want to figure out how to farm something, mechanics, here's what you do. Let's say you want to farm Ultimate Bunny, right? Okay, you look at her enhanced cells. This is the most important thing. You go to acquisition info. It'll tell you where you can get it, and it will show you the amorphous pattern, the drop rate, where to get it. So normal, stunning, beauty. If you have this amorphous pattern, okay, it'll tell you where to get the amorphous pattern as well. So you can get it from the Forgottens by completing it in normal mode. You'll be able to get this amorphous, 38% chance of acquiring Ultimate Bunny's enhanced cells. All right. So all this kind of stuff, you learn that. Your first thing is to build Ultimate Bunny. Go find my build for Ultimate Bunny from last season and use that. Once you have that, at least have the mods for it, you can start playing the game more normally. After that, you can work on the other stuff like mastery and all the other kinds of little things in the game. There is a lot to learn, but that's what you got to do. That's why I say you got a lot of homework.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Drop the beat. Descendant, there's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm. I feel amazing.
Yes, it gets easy in the long run once you get through everything.
Voltis special assault ship spotted. Get a real feel for it. Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation. Trouble. Descendant, a tactical objective needs your protection. Please respond. Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage. Get a real feel for it.
Everybody just calls me Robot, dude. How do you not know my name? My name is RealAsianRobot. Brother, that is my name. So people just call me Robot, dude. I swear, the way some of y'all talk, it's like y'all are new to the internet or something. Or you never watched a streamer before. If I'm your first streamer, then congratulations, man.
Picking up void beam signals. Be careful.
MP Collector's alright, but I'm missing the fire rate, man. I actually legit think the fire rate really helps. Which is strange to say, but I don't know. Without the fire rate, I'm feeling weaker. my runs, I don't think I'm crazy, you know. My runs, although the fever time didn't benefit from it, my runs were way smoother when I went full on with the fire rate.
Are you ready?
Well, now you have a reason to watch streamers. If you just watch videos, then, well, you're not going to get the full experience. It's always important to constantly watch, well, good streamers. Most streamers are not good, so I don't blame you. I actually failed the run. Interesting.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
With like MP collector, yeah.
Are you ready?
Protection target
Now,
nearby.
because you see, right,
I'll guide you
without
to
the
the
fire
location.
rate, it seems to be way better if I'd use the old methodology. Which means that I don't need MP collector. I may as well gouge my damage. You get what I mean?
Vulgus special assault ship identified.
Because without the fire rate, right, on just spamming, I don't... Maybe it's because you're on controller that it feels different. But on PC, if I just do this, I regain faster. This is without fire rate, of course. I regain faster than if I were to spam. So that's the only gripe I'm having right now.
Vulgus special assault ship spotted.
Because there are benefits to it. But if I'm not using fire rate on the PC, I feel like I'm lacking.
Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation. Protection target nearby. Confirm the location. Descendant, I picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby. Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage.
Nothing wrong with playing with controller.
I feel amazing.
The convenience is there if I'm in need of sort of speeding up.
Descendant, there's a tactical objective.
But
that
maybe it's my
requires protection.
playstyle as well.
Please confirm.
Because I'm pretty accurate with hitting notes. So I benefit more strongly from that.
Vulgus special assault ship spotted. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful.
Get a real feel for it.
Take your time, Eddie. Well, better late than never.
I feel amazing. Get a real feel for it.
Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Yeah. It's weird, but without the fire rate, I feel like I'm just not triggering. I'm just not triggering like that, like I used to. Because the fire rate appeared, at least on the surface, to drastically assist me.
I feel amazing! Bogus special assault ship identified.
I'm gonna try leaving it to spam and trust in my RNG.
Get a real feel for it. Bogus special assault ship spotted. Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation. Get a real feel for it! Protection target nearby. Confirm the location. Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. I feel amazing!
Wasted a second there.
Descendant, there's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm. Bogus special assault ship spotted. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. I feel amazing! Get a real feel for it! Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy. It's time to dance!
I do love that the stuns work though. Okay, so I managed to get 349 there. So fire rate does not affect it, but RNG is a factor. So if we're gonna use MP Collector, we can get technically best run times, but you have to just trust in the RNG as you spam. So slight alteration in the playstyle, but it does work. It does work for farming at least. So MP Collector is definitely a potential. I like it. Okay. Let's go again.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
Well, regardless whether you hit the notes or not, Luna is entirely RNG because it's 40% chance
There's
regardless,
a tactical objective
right?
that requires protection.
So anytime
Current
you're gonna hit a
operations.
note, it's
Please
40%.
respond. Bogus special assault ship identified. Bogus special assault ship spotted. Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation. I feel amazing!
Wait, something didn't die. Whoops.
It's time to dance!
Where's the last enemy? Oh, there it is. Little dude didn't die.
Descendant,
That was annoying.
a tactical objective needs your protection. Please respond. Descendant, a powerful attack.
Not
will take
really.
down the assault
You
ship.
don't actually
Please
need it.
engage. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Are you ready?
Okay, so essentially the only thing you have to hit Guitar Hero for is the triggering of the skill to avoid cooldowns because your cooldowns are very long, right? So the rest of it, you can just sort of hold down the button. Now when you get out of it, if you're, like I said, if you're hitting notes well, if you hold down the button and it happens to hit multiple notes, then you're pretty much good to go. So that's the core difference.
Descendant,
What I'm doing,
tactical
or rather
objective
what I
that
learned to
requires
do,
protection.
is
Please
just
confirm.
hold down the button. Aim for enemies so that you trigger MP collector and then just hold down the button. That in general will help you
Bogus special assault ship spotted.
get ideal
Picking
timings.
up void mutant signals. Be careful. Get a real feel for it. I feel amazing. Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
In this particular situation, ran out of MP, but that's because I was not paying attention.
It's time to dance.
Okay, anyway, that run was unfortunately foobar. Oh, crap. I need to delete reactors. Hold on. Give me a second. Got too many of these right now. I'm deleting those whose class I don't need. Okay, these can go first. I'll get rid of these. Okay, again.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Let the show begin! Protection target nearby. I'll guide you to the location. Get a real feel for it! Descendant, I picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby. Bogus special assault ship identified. Bogus special assault ship spotted. Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation. Get a real feel for it! Descendant, a tactical objective needs your protection. Please respond. Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage. Picking up void beaming signals. Be careful. Get a real feel for it! I feel amazing!
Whoa, dude. Your YouTube name is not permitted. I'm sorry, I have to take a moderation action against that. Your YouTube name contains a slur, sir. You will not be permitted to be at my channel, no matter what, if you are going to have that as your YouTube name. Alright, you've been chat banned for 24 hours. You'll be allowed here if you change your YouTube name, sir, but that is absolutely inappropriate, sir.
Bogus special assault ship spotted.
No problem, Patrick. Happy to help.
Picking up void beaming signals. Be careful.
Attention. Large-scale dimensional breach in progress. Please evacuate to an area out of range of the siren or part of the lost guided capture. Warning. Large-scale dimensional breach in progress. Please evacuate to an area out of range of the siren or vacate the Colossus guided capture zone.
I feel
All
amazing!
seven.
Primary tactical objective confirmed.
Please respond
Requesting
to
search and
ground
destroy.
reception.
Okay, that was definitely longer. That was not an issue. Okay, let's go beat up these colossi for a second. And we'll get a chance to come back and finish up the testing.
Are you ready? Up, up! That was the best feeling ever!
Okay, I got everything. I'll go murder the other Colossus. Then, if I've got enough time before it, yeah, I do hope they add that too. If I've got enough time, I'll do one more run of that so I can get some proper finalized testing done. And then, off we go. We're good to go.
Get a real feel for it! You're not welcome here.
Okay, I still got 6 minutes. I should be able to go and clear it. The fact that you didn't kill Deathstalker is just sad, bro. I mean, technically speaking, you could just kill her with Ultimate Luna now.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Descendant, there's a tactical objective that requires protection. Please confirm. Up, up! Vulgus Special Assault Ship identified. Vulgus Special Assault Ship spotted. Descendant, there is a tactical objective which needs to be destroyed. Requesting confirmation.
Well, I do recognize the desire for a manlier fight, so I hear you, man. I hear you.
Protection target nearby. Confirm the location. Get a real feel for it! Descendant, a powerful attack will take down the assault ship. Please engage. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Up, up! objective that requires protection. Please confirm.
Enzo is definitely the one that really shined there.
I feel amazing!
But that was back in the day.
Oldest special assault ship spotted. Picking up boy mutant signals. Be careful. Get a real feel for it! Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
I feel amazing!
Oh my god, if you stun him, he doesn't go. Okay, so don't stun him on the first phase. That's actually hilarious. He literally stood there and did nothing. That amused me a lot more than I should have, but dude, if you hit him with the dopamine stun, he just stands there and does nothing. Okay, that is very funny. That honestly made me laugh. Homie just stood there for no reason. For general mobbing, no. It's only used by Glay, who has unlimited ammo, so nobody really uses Exterminator. I mean, you can use it if you want, but have you seen the Exterminator video? It pretty much explains everything about it. I would only use it with Glay if you really want to mob, but if you want to mob with Glay, Restored Relic is better. So Exterminator really serves no purpose. You can try it though, but do check out the build video because it explains everything about it. While I'm here, I'm going to make productive use of my time. Okay, arcade tuning is like that. Let me test a little something. Just for fun. Just for kicks.
Let's go!
Okay, now I'm going to swap to the ATOMs.
Are you ready?
Fire rate doesn't really matter. I see. Okay, let's swap to something even slower. Something that is guaranteed to be slow. Oh man, this has way too many fire rate cores. I need something slow enough. Like that.
Let's go!
Okay, this is definitely firing slower. Ah. But there is a cap. Okay. So what if I swap to this, but had no fire rate up? Just as an
Are
example.
you ready?
Better. Interesting. Sure, Natsu. Nothing wrong with trying out random gameplay. Alright, let's do this.
Let's go! On the move.
Play my Guitar Hero game first. As soon as we're good.
Get a real feel for it!
Here we go. is the easiest place to reach.
I feel amazing!
This is definitely one of the lucky runs.
Get a real feel for
Okay, that was definitely one of the perfect runs. How do we do? 1 minute 20 seconds, 1.1 billion damage. There we go. So, yep, that was on a literally perfect run. Beautiful, beautiful work there. I am definitely firing my laser. The grind is fine if you know what to do, but I think it's more that people get overwhelmed here because you gotta understand that there's the methodology here, Natsu. So, for example, when you first start the game, you go and get Ultimate Bunny, and then you build her up in accordance with my build, then you can go around and farm everything else. I've got tons of videos to watch for guides on anything that you need. So, as long as people follow the guides, there's no problem. But the other issue is that grind definitely affects this, you know? And how well you tolerate grind or how you feel about grind is pretty important. So if you're okay with grind and you understand, or at least you learn how to navigate the game, you'll have no trouble. But if players come in blank and expect this to be like, oh, you know, you'll learn everything, everything will be taught to you, everything will be fine, it's not going to be fine. It's going to be the opposite of fine, you're going to have a really bad time. So that's usually what happens to most people, and that's where they go wrong. At the end of the day, it's an individual thing. I like a reasonable grind, but not an unreasonable grind. So for me, it also depends.
Special human
I won't do
child.
any grind that's too
What
long.
do you need?
But a decent enough grind, I'm okay. 48 minutes to doggo.
Would you like to access the laboratory?
Okay. We're gonna do the wall test.
ready?
Sorry. Hey, Neo Tengu. I'm just checking something to be 100% sure.
Let's go!
Okay. Peacemaker.
Are you ready?
Okay, fire rate definitely has 100% effect. But do the fire rate cores have an effect? Okay. Let's find out. Let's outfind. The fire rate of your base weapon has an effect.
Let's go!
Okay, this is how the Greg's feels. Cool. This is with full fire rate cores. Let's try the one without any. Same Greg's, but no fire rate cores.
It's time to dance.
Seems about the same. So fire rate cores may not affect it, which is interesting to me. Yeah, the max fire rate is 666 in fever time. But this fire rate is actually below that. I was just checking if the fire rate cores affected it. Does not seem to. Does not seem to. Which is in line with what I thought after that little experiment earlier that we did. So the fire rate core, this one already has a natural one, so it's okay. I don't mind that. I know the fire rate mods definitely affect it because going with and without affects the final fire rate. You don't need the fire rate cores. I don't think. If you really want to save on it, you don't need it. But either way, if you've built up the piercing light, you're going to have fire rate there. So the choice is really yours, because you don't need rounds per magazine either, because it doesn't affect unique weapons. So that would be the only thing that I would say would make a difference. Now, the other thing I have to test is whether or not the options of the other stuff affects it. I just want to be sure, 100% sure. Okay. So first, we'll use our lovely toxic atoms.
Drop the beat.
There's the toxic atoms. Okay. And we'll just let it go and rack up. All the way to the end. Ah, crap. Okay, hold up. The test was incorrect. Okay. Hold on. To test the correct core, we are now on this. And we will now adjust it for toxic attack. Okay, here we go.
Are you ready?
Redoing the same test. Okay, we had 144. This is with this particular variant. This is with the full-on build that we have for it. Okay. Now we'll swap over for the other one. Alright, to see whether core is affected at all. Okay. They should, but I want to be sure. I like to prove things. Yep, we're testing finalized damage. There's an effect. It's not as much as I wanted it to be, but there's definitely an effect. So I'm certain. But it could be coming from the electric attack that I have rolled here. Not necessarily the core. The difference is a bit too small for it to be the core. So I think the option rolls do affect it, but the cores don't. Because it's clear to me that that differential should be a lot bigger if the cores do affect it. but the rolls definitely do. Okay. Weapon crates are usually given for events. Because we definitely got a higher damage with this ATOMs than we did with the other toxic ATOMs. So I don't know why the element core is not taken into account, which is, again, really, really weird. But it's fine as well, because sometimes things are like that. We're just gonna repeat the test again. You can technically ignore the weapon cores, but the options are a must-have. The options are definitely a must-have. And the modules definitely affect it.
Let the show begin.
Oops, sorry. It was 155 before. We gotta completely reset that. I was gonna wait till everything's passed. Alright. Here we go again. And actually, you know what? We could use a completely blank inversion reinforcer.
Drop the beat.
Just to be sure. Okay, toxic ATOMs reached about there. Swapping over now for electric ATOMs. Electric ATOMs swapped. We're going to wait until even the fever time fades, and we'll check again. We will now reset the damage and retest.
It's time to dance.
How did this weirdly end up lower? That is so strange. I'm just gonna redo it unless that was just a really weirdly unlucky run. Or, if I fully replenish MP again, I'm gonna try again.
Let's go.
Okay, now it's just weirdly lower. I don't know if it's just entirely due to the... There must be a reasoning that I don't understand, because how can this be lower when it's on the exact same build? They're both using the same build. That was weird. The first test ran higher. The second test ran lower. Unless this one was just weirdly lucky. Okay, gonna try again. The firearm attack is definitely different, but the cores do not affect it. Okay, I'm gonna redo the test.
Let the show begin.
Is it because I randomly hit weak spots? Ah, that makes so much sense. Crap. Is there a creature? I have to spawn a creature that do not randomly hit weak spots. That skews the test. Yep. It's definitely that. Okay, let's try this guy.
It's time to dance.
Yeah, because as you can see, right, when I'm hitting them, their head dips. And because this weapon can actually hit a weak spot, it does make sense. So now we can do a proper test without any RNG factor. Okay, so if I'm just striking this guy, this is my toxic atoms. Without any weak spot hits, it's about 134. I still don't know why the electric one was weirdly lower, but we will try again. Okay, full restart.
Let's go.
And we do it again. Now, some RNG is a factor. That's why the second time round, it's weirdly lower. It shouldn't, because the atoms has no natural element. So it is literally impossible for this to deal lesser damage. It's the exact same build. So if cores don't matter, and if options don't matter, the only difference is that the options here include critical hit rate and damage, but we actually proved that we actually did prove that there was no realistic difference, because then by that same token, piercing light should deal more. You know, if cores don't matter and options do, then this piercing light, which is literally perfectly rolled, should theoretically deal more damage. Let's actually try that out. Oops, sorry, wrong weapon. Unless there's some problem with the fire rate, but there isn't, because they're the same weapon. You know, could be. You know, you never know. Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's roll with the piercing light, just to see the difference. My piercing light's about 103. This makes no sense. In which case, only the raw values matter. Now, the mods definitely do matter. Okay, let's check whether the mods matter or not. Because if the cores don't matter, and only the mods matter, then that would be all that would change this. So you can just use one atoms across the board. In which case, I'd probably use this one. But let's use the so-called toxic atoms, and let's see whether or not there is a difference. Can you imagine? It would be so weird if like they bugged and the elements were like opposite or something like that. That'd be kooky. Okay, we've got toxic enhancement, poison priority. Let's start with that. Okay. There should be a difference now.
Let's go.
Okay, we only did 94 million this time, so we know that the modules affect it. That's one step. Now I'm gonna wait for full MP to regenerate. I appear to be at full MP. Restart, redo. And completely avoiding the weak spot hits. So this time round, my electric atoms did better than my toxic atoms. By a mile. These are some very, very awkward conclusions. Okay. Well, that would just be very silly to do. I prefer to just show it. Okay, we do that again. The damage seems relatively consistent with the RNG only visible in whether or not my notes are hitting. Okay. These are all... Oh, thanks, Mom. These are all from the toxic atoms. Let's swap over now. Back to electric. Okay. Now let's see what happens when we use the electric. I wonder if it's the critical hit rate options, because that's the only way to explain this. It makes no sense otherwise. Nope, this one also managed to get to 108. That means cores and options don't affect it at all. Only the mods do. Damn. Okay. So if only the mods affect it, that means that with atoms you can actually just put on any element you want and deal the highest potential damage. Well, it does mean that theoretically you don't have to care. Yeah, on the mobs it's not really mattering. That was actually the next thing on my list, because we did actually do 2 tests as well on a previous stream. That's why I'm just confused about this now, but I do want to retest it because I think it's pretty important. Defiler, my friend. This is the only way to access Defiler because he's a nice guy, right? So he's going to let us beat him up. Okay, so first and foremost, right? We're going to test a toxic atoms with toxic mods, okay? And we're just going to auto fire. So we're not going to give a shit. It will automatically shoot his crotch. Alright, toxic atoms hit 22 million. Okay? So we have that. And we're just going to redo the test one more time. After fully replenishing MP, let's go see what the end result is. Crotch shot, crotch shot, crotch shot. Crotch shot, crotch shot, crotch shot. Okay, there'll be a bit of variance because it's entirely due to crits. All we need could appear to be the mods. Hang on. Okay, now this is the electric atoms. Same build though. We're still going to use the toxic mods on it. I just want to see if there'll be any differences at all because of the weapon option on this. Okay, so.
Let's go.
Okay. Teensy bit higher. But it could entirely be due to crits. Also, we've got bonus firearm attack versus Colossus here, which could effectively make a difference.
Let the show begin.
It definitely appears to rack up higher numbers, but I can't tell if it's because of the minimal increased element or the bonus firearm attack versus Colossus. Again, we're gonna have to do the test again because this one has different rolls. It does appear in general to give better results. Let's use his weakness now, which is electric, and we'll try and see if we can create a much bigger variation. From the mods, yes, because mods do affect it, but I'm not so sure about other things. Okay, again, we will now begin with the electric atoms. All right.
Are you ready?
Electric atoms with electric mods. Okay, we have 35 million for first test. We will do again. Okay, 31. Again. Just to get a good idea of the variation. This time about 30. Okay. So we know the rough range, right? This is my electric atoms. We're now going to go put on the toxic atoms and adjust that. Because the only thing I can think of is that the crit rate in the weapon options is what's affecting this toxic atoms, allowing it to theoretically deal more damage. In which case, piercing light, considering the fact that it's also got, well, it's not quite as decent as atoms, but it should theoretically help it do more. Theoretically. So let's see. This is my toxic atoms now. All right, here we go. Okay, toxic atoms finished at 27 million. Okay, so that's test number 1. We're gonna do again. Replenish supplies again. Go take the crotch shot. Take the crotch shot. This makes no sense though. Because then, how come crit mods don't affect it at all? I mean, okay, granted, the electric one is still better. But weirdly enough, we tested the crit mods and we know that it doesn't affect it. Could it be only the innate crit affects it? Yes, yes. You can just hold down the trigger button, Noble Intentions. Well, you have to modify the build a bit, but you can just hold down the trigger button. This makes no sense compared to the testing that we did live on stream on the first day. But that's the power of science. We just test again and again until we figure it out. Okay, the toxic atoms actually managed to hit almost the same as the electric atoms. Which again makes very, very little sense. I can't put the variation down entirely to crit.
Are you ready?
I don't think it's your setting that's unapplied somewhere. There's a way to play her just by holding it down. But you have to know how to do it. Okay. Okay. Let's do a real test. Let's do another test. Because this makes 0 sense compared to what we had before. Still, I do not mind. I like to learn. Okay. If crits do affect this, right? Then what we are going to do is we're going to on this particular build, we're going to adjust a few things. We're going to make it almost exactly the same, but slightly different. Okay. Now we will need these two, and then give me the electric enhancement. There we are. Okay, then I'm gonna need the whatchamacallit, concentration priority. There you are, good lad. Then I'll need weak point sight. I do like fire rate. And the other one will be we can use focus fire. Okay. All right. Now we're going to readjust this, right? And see if we can hit harder than we did before. Same weapon.
Let's go.
Let's see if crits are a factor here. Adding crits in lowers the damage. So all I can say is that weapon options do not affect it. It's just pure mods. That's the only conclusion that makes sense with all of this. Meaning that you don't have to worry about the weapon options. You don't have to worry about the cores. You can just play with the mods. The mods are more important. So weapon cores completely don't affect unique weapon, which is unfortunate. That I was willing to accept, but the weapon options also not affecting it, that is also unfortunate. The weapon modules definitely do affect it, but building for crit drastically lowers your damage, which is so weird. Which means you can have 1 ATOMs built for every single element and it's not going to matter. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna swap over to our good old-fashioned electric, to our toxic ATOMs, which does have the firearm critical hit rate and damage on the weapon options. Okay, and now we'll test it first using the crit build versus the non-crit build, and let's see whether or not we can determine a true difference. Okay.
It's time to dance.
Again. Okay. 28 million with this.
Let's go.
which again is which again is somehow higher than the electric atoms, which is making zero sense. My sense of sense has just gone out the window. Yeah, we're just testing a couple of things. Okay, now it's at 26. Oops, sorry, didn't reset. No. No, it's not, because it's the same enemy. We're playing around with the variations between mods, that's all. Okay, because earlier with what we had before, we were able to achieve much better results, which again, I'm saying is just weird. Okay, now this is the full-on build that we made specifically for Luna, as you know. So again,
Are you ready?
and the final result is slightly higher. Could be due to crits.
It's time to dance.
And now the damage that I'm dealing is overall lower. Again, could be due to her crits, because we are testing her with full modules.
Let the show begin.
This time the only difference is the mods. Not at this moment, but if you want to test it, I would happily foist off the testing to you. Okay. I'm dealing roughly the same damage, whether I went with crits or non-crits. Okay, let's try it with weak points. If we include weak points, we might be able to understand better. Okay, first test is using the current style.
Are you ready?
Where crits do not affect it. Aiming solely at the knee, we achieved about 48 million. Okay. Now we swap over to crit style. Gather full strength.
Let the show begin.
And we do it again. The yellow numbers are definitely lower than what we had before, just so you know. That is because we are missing one module, but this time around we only did about 37 million. So the previous style is definitely better. We're going to reset and try again. This is the original version. Okay. And beginning testing. The yellow numbers that we're hitting are much larger. This is because of the higher weak point multiplier. Okay. Okay, we achieved 51 million with this. Remove. Swap back to crit style. Okay. It has been swapped, but let's double check. All right. And the yellow numbers are definitely much lower. Okay, so crit style No good. So we have determined that. Okay. So now we have determined that this build that I have is indeed the true best build. But now the question becomes... Now, this beautiful, beautiful question... excuse me. Which is killing my soul at this moment. Okay, 1 second. I wanted to make sure I replied to Kaz. I don't know why the message came so late, but it's always important to reply. Thank you, Austin. I'd appreciate that. Okay, so far this is the best that we have. There is nothing else that we have that is better. Okay, fine. So if we have this as the so-called best, now let's try the difference between the two atoms again. So we already know that the toxic atoms, all right, and we're going to be swapping between the two. I want to make sure that they're both on the third set. So I'm going to swap to B, third set. Okay, swap back to A, third set. Okay, great. So now we're going to be comparing apples to apples. Same mods and everything. We're going to first test the electric atoms. Here we go.
It's time to dance.
All right, the yellow numbers that I'm seeing from hitting the same consistent area are about like 396. And my total damage is about 51, which we were able to reach with the toxic atoms. So we're gonna put on the toxic atoms again. All right, set 3.
Let the show begin.
The yellow numbers are slightly lower. Okay, we had 39 whatever earlier, and now we only have 361. Oops, I forgot to reset the counter. Damn it.
Drop the beat.
Okay, if we're hitting weak spots, right? Look, the number is 361. 361, right there. Right, we're getting 361. Okay? But if we swap over to this one, I mean, this is the truest test that I can manage.
Let's go.
396. So the damage is higher. The damage is higher. Which means that the weapon options are affecting it. Not the weapon cores, but the weapon options are definitely affecting it. The answer has been found. Ladies and gents, weapon options do affect it. This is the only plausible explanation. Okay, let's prove it again. Let's prove it again, because this is the only way that we can argue. This is the only way that we can argue with people on the internet. Give me a second. There must always be an answer. ladies and gents. There must always be an answer. And this is the answer. Okay, anyway. Same build. The build is the same. Okay, so we're going to start with the electric atoms that has a different role. Okay. This one is 396. Do you see those numbers? 396? It's a bit hard to see, but I think you can see it. 396 right there. Okay, 396, 792. Very consistent yellow numbers. 396, 792. I think you can see that. Okay, so the final damage is going to vary because of the crits. All right, so to take out the random factor of the crits, we have to look at the actual hit itself. 396, 792. Now we're going to put on the toxic atoms. Okay, we're going to put on the toxic atoms. Right? And then 361097. 361097. 361097. And that is the difference. So your weapon options matter. Weapon cores do not matter. Weapon options matter. We have the answer. Both have the same build. The difference is in the weapon options, which means technically, if you want this to do fire, you still need a fire-based atoms. So I'm gonna go re-roll this bitch. Okay, back to Spell Beyond. I'm gonna go make more K-pop songs after the stream ends because I think my brain is also fried. This is ridiculous, guys. This is beyond stupid. Why am I even doing this? Why did I choose this as my career? God damn, I hate myself. I'm just kidding. The difference is 30,000, actually. It's 361097. So the difference is about 30,000 per hit, which is quite drastic. The extra damage to Colossi was... Actually, it was 30,187. So it could actually be the firearm attack versus Colossi. Yes, yes. I mean, there was also the electric attack, but some of that bonus firearm attack would be reduced by defense. Either way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll this one to have, instead of the crit hit rate and crit damage, right? We're going to re-roll Toxic and then Colossi. And then we will see.
Warning. Large-scale dimensional breach in progress.
I know there's a large-scale dimensional breach.
Due to physical interference. Activating Colossus guided capture zones.
Now is not the time, sir.
Combat personnel in descent. Proceed to the Colossus guided capture zone.
I will proceed to the Colossus guided capture zone in a second, sir. All right, sir. I'm still on my bossing loadout, but let us now readjust this toxic items. All right, this little bit of toxic. And we are now going to get the bonus to Colossus. Always warm up with a Colossus fight. Yes, I agree with that. This Atoms wants to be fire Atoms so bad, but we are not... toxic attack, there we are. Now we just need bonus versus Colossus. I said give me bonus for... Blue roll. I will not accept blue roll. High purple or gold roll. Come on. I will spend as much resources as necessary. Why? Because I am legend. I am warrior, champion of the world. 23 씨발 sick. You know what? I'll accept it. I will accept it. Now we are going to fight the ball crasher. I will go fight. I will come back and do some more testing in a second. But first I'm gonna go fight the ball crasher. Alright. Let's go fight the ball crasher. I wanna see how well I'll do with the toms of the A. Google Gemini tried to assist me with the when I said I'm gonna fight the ball crasher, and I was like, bro, Gemini, can you not? Now I'm just gonna sit in there and do my thing. Because we have the same, because the fire rate on the piercing light is slightly less than the fire rate on the ATOMs, weirdly enough. So let's see the difference. I want to see the difference with my own two eyeballs. You know? I want to see if I can deal more damage with the piercing light versus the ATOMs. And then we will find out what is better. And so we will see with our dragon eyeballs whether or not we have a difference. And we will do so in about 5 minutes. So for 5 minutes, you guys can enjoy some K-pop. No problem, Foxy. See you later.
Oh, my time is for you. 뜨겁게 불태워. 모든 걸 걸어 네가 내 전부야. 그게 나를 만족시켜. 라라라라. 뜨겁게 불태워. 라라라라. 그게 나를 만족시켜. 라라라라.
She stayed for the song, though. She stayed for the freaking song.
뜨겁게 불태워. 그게 나를 만족시켜. 또 한 번 내가 저물어 가네. 이제 날 보며 웃네. 이게 무슨 말인지 아네. 눈을 맞춰 볼래. 라라라라라. 오늘 밤이 다가기 전에 다 같이 라라라라라. 뜨겁게 불태워. 모든 걸 걸어 네가 내 전부야. 그게 나를 만족시켜. 라라라라라. 뜨겁게 불태워. 라라라라라라. 그게 나를 만족시켜. 라라라라라. 라라라라라. 라라라라라.
Baron says it's tolerable? Okay. That's impressive. Listen, Lax, dude. Go ahead and defeat Lust, dude. Up to you, man. I don't really care. If pixels cause you to lust, that's your problem, man.
뜨겁게 불태워. 모든 걸 걸어 네가 내 전부야. 그게 나를 만족시켜.
This sample is definitely good. I'm gonna keep this for sure. Okay, I'm sampling songs right now, so just bear with me because it's all a whole bunch of different stuff that I have. I planned to sample, but I got caught up testing, so. See you later, Foxy. See you later, Joe. See you later, Lewis.
I picked up a material formation signal in the sky nearby.
This is my vengeance. 무슨 수를 써서라도 절대 놓지 않아. This is my vengeance. 벼랑 끝까지 밀어붙여. 되감기 버튼은 사라졌어. 내 손에 쥔 운명 부정 못해. What you gon' do? What you gon' do? 천사의 가면은 찢겨졌어. 손에 묻은 피물은 영원할 걸. 절대 널 놓지 않을 거야. What you gon' do? What you gon' do? This is my vengeance. This is my vengeance. This is my vengeance. What you gon' do? What you gon' do? 결국 거울 속 나의 눈동자 그 안에 숨은 것들이 너를 향해 손짓해. 들어와 나의 세계 어둠 속에 감춰진 진실 내 안의 야수 목을 물어뜯어 영원히 내 안의 야수 절대 잃지 마 길을 잃지 마. 한 번의 기회 한 번의 선택 네가 원하던 모든 것들이 모두 다 달빛에 가려진 얼굴 뒤에서 울부짖는 그들 어떤 모습이든 상관없어. 들어와 나의 세계 어둠 속에 감춰진 진실 내 안의 야수 몸을 물어뜯어 영원히 내 안의 야수 절대 잃지 마 길을 잃지 마. 한 번의 기회 한 번의 선택 네가 원하던 모든
slightly less than the piercing light. Not that great, but alright. I'd say I have to put it down to crits mostly. Still, this did fairly well. The piercing light still somehow does better. Oh yeah, these are just the samples. I've made some actual songs, but these aren't actual songs yet. Well, some are okay, but I'm actually just sampling to figure out what gives me the best so-called bang for my buck. Then after I get the correct sample, I design an AI to replicate the songs, then I write my actual songs, then after that, then I produce the K-pop. I've created my guy groups already, now I'm just working on the girl groups, but I usually will sample while I play the game, but today I've got no time. I need to head back. I think you'll prefer my girl group songs to my guy group songs, but that is more up your alley, Baron. That being said, I'll have to do the rest of the samples tomorrow. I gotta get back to the lab. We gotta finalize the testing. Now that we've done the re-rolls and cleared the wall crasher.
All available combat personnel and descendants, please proceed to the Columbus guided capture zones.
We must understand more.
Oh, the special human child. What do you need?
Also, Doggo. I now have Doggo. Time to manage Doggo. Look, we now has Doggo. He is a dog of goes. Alright. Let's feed him 4 ultimate protein compounds straight away. Zoom. Boom shakalaka. Okay, now we're gonna level him a bit more. Just enough, yeah? And Doggo maxed out straight away. Like a boss. Carrier has arrived. Now where fellow? I want the new skins. Yeah, snowy sled dog. Hell yeah, give me my snowy sled dog skins. Now, manage fellow to bellow. I can't even remember where to customize your fellow. There it is. Pattern. Pure white. Gray husky. Brown husky. Normal husky. I think normal husky. I'll give him the howl. And we'll turn him into a tactical husky. Oh, he can't use some of the others? Dang. You have to buy each of them individually? Like, no thank you. Why does he have different bundles? Man, I'm not doing that. You can just have the back skin then. Screw that. Okay, let's go.
Would you like to access the laboratory?
Anyway, before we finalize this test, I really need to also set up my raid. So, give me 1 second. You hope they bring back Santa for the doggos. Well, you never know. Maybe they will. Around about the Christmas period, they might. They might just do that. Do that, they just might. Alright. Now, let's earn. Okay, time to score some points. Okay. Colossus. Let's invite our friend here. Okay, the magical friend. Alright. Same build. Electric atoms. Here we go.
Are you ready?
Okay, we same 396792, no difference. Of course, because it's the same damn gun. So now that we've changed the weapon options on B, okay, let's swap over to ATOMS B. Now that we're on the B-toms instead of the A-toms. All right, let's make good use of the B-toms and do this. Okay, here we go. Time for the B-toms to see the difference of the individual hit.
Let's go.
37976 Weapon options matter, ladies and gents. Weapon options matter. The truth has been found. And now we know. Now we know. You can use good old Ultimate Luna here if you have her. Or Serena. But Ultimate Luna seems to do really, really well. Now, let's do some weird shenanigans, yeah? We're going to use setting 2 to test a little some. Okay, first and foremost, if we use electric focus rounds, do we get any extra damage? Let's find out.
Let the show begin.
Nope, it's still 376158, so focus rounds truly don't matter. Okay, I'm glad to know I wasn't wrong on that. So, ladies and gents, what we have determined today is that weapon options matter, but weapon cores do not. So, I can now issue a corrective statement, and we are 100% confident. Weapon options matter, weapon cores do not. Okay? There you go. Now we understand. And now that our understanding is so high, all right, and since I'm so high that I can hear heaven, and heaven don't hear me, all right, let me just equip this here exterminator, okay, just to understand, all right, because I just want to understand, I just want to understand. Yeah, I just want to understand, I just want to understand. Okay, now, this will be Luna only. Now, from here, what I will need is fire. And then priority, yes. Then fire rate, yes. And then after that, we're gonna need so much more, because in terms of weak point, I have that. I will need the weak point detection as well. There's another one. And then the other two would be, I would need special sight, of course. That's going to be in a slot. Can I assign a module socket to it? Yes, I can. Okay. I need mods for these. What am I missing? There's one blankety blink that I could, you know, shove in there. I can actually test multi-hit, surprisingly, but I'd have to level this up. I will test it at a later time, just for knowledge. But anyway, this should, in theory, work. Let's see how much damage this does.
Are you ready?
122, wow. Why is it so weak? I need to go build a fire ATOMs then. F. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime at all. Yeah, down in the deep blue sea. I'd rather just level up the ATOMs. If I really need fire, I can do that. You know what? I'll just level up the ATOMs. Wait, can you name the individual doggos? Wait, hold up. Oh my god, you can name the individual doggos? Oh, shh. I forgot. I thought they were all just Doggobot. Damn it. I can't even... I haven't used the lab since I got it. So I completely forgot that I named the lab Doodly Puff. What do I name my husky? I know this might not seem like an important thing, but it's an important thing. What the hell do I name my husky now? Shit. Name him as is. Miyakota. What is Miyakota? That sounds like a name that I... That sounds like a very sus name. Nah, I got the perfect name for him. I shall call him Bangtan Boy. Actually, you know what? That's actually a great name. Not Mana Boy, but can I name him Mana Potion? Oh my god, I can name him Mana Potion. If you don't know what Bangtan Boy is, it's okay. But yes. Can I name this one Health Potion? Oh, it's too many characters, damn it. Damn it. I wanted to name him American Dog because he restores ammo. That is perfect, yes. Actually, this works. Okay, since this dog restores ammo, we should call him America. All right. FY, I'm pretty sure y'all understand. All right. Team America World Police. But yeah, we've got Mana Potion, HP Potion, and America. America, clean stream. I cannot say the words cause it's a clean stream. America, clean stream. What you gonna do when he comes for you, yeah? You know, I'm just gonna implant a reactor into this. Just for the lulls. Listen, this is the best possible name for this guy, okay? It is what it is. Where's launcher? Freedom is really, really good too, actually. But I wanted to call him Pure Freedom, but it wouldn't have fit. Because Pure Freedom, unless I don't have a space, is already the 12 characters. Actually, wait, no. I can call him Pure Freedom. It might work. I miscounted. It's late at night, so wait. Can I? Oh, it fits! Yes, Pure Freedom. There we go. Freedom is better. He does look like a Cosmo, not gonna lie. Okay, now. Now we're just gonna do one quick test, alright? Legion of Darkness. Ow, that's a shitty test. Because piercing that would be better. Okay, maybe we'll do the test tomorrow then. But anyway, for now, ladies and gents, thank you and shank you so much, alright? I'm gonna head off and I'm gonna go work on some music and also work on my Raid Shadow Legends. So y'all have a good one, but I'll see you guys in the morning. The Luna build's already on my channel, dude. Just follow that and you're good to go. I released it today. Alright? I'll have to DJ for Lawbreaker another time. We got caught up with testing today, but we'll come back and do more testing another time. But for now, though, thank you all very much. We have learned thoroughly, and I'll see you all tomorrow for more shenanigans. Okay? Thank you very much. Catch you later. Bye-bye.